Alrighty, folks, we are already in the matches. We got a little late start today. We had a tie. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So we've got a big field this week. We've got 8 bowlers. We're going to be bowling seeds 3 through 8 will be bowling each other. 3 number versus number 8, 4 versus number 7, and 3, 5, 6. And those would be, let's see, our 8 seed, Greg Davies, Hardy Davies, is bowling our VIP today. We have the starting running back from the Denver Broncos, CJ Anderson, made the cut today. He is bowling on your left side of your screen versus Hardy, Greg. In our middle pair here, we've got Gabe Luchetta versus Mike Vasquez. That's the 4 versus 7 match. And to the right, we have Tony Ricci and Scott Roberts. We got a mix of high averages, beginners, VIPs.
Nope. Grinders.
Scrubs, grinders, you name it. Well, from what the scores were, this was a grinding. You had to be a grinder to get here.
Yeah, that's fact.
To our right, you're seeing Scott Roberts. He's a one-hander. Nick and I, it's always amazed me how consistent he is. He's really good at that, opening up and having the ball on top of his hand. But every time at the line, his leverage and balance are supreme. Here's Mike Vasquez on lane 25. That's got to go Brooklyn. Oh, leaves a pocket, high pocket Brooklyn 6.
Again, this is the ABT pattern number 9, one of the 10 patterns that Kegel made for the Amateur Bowlers Tour, and this is number 9, which is a 38-foot sport compliant pattern. Very, very sneaky.
It looked, when I was watching, I've been here for the last 2 games, semis and the tie game, and there's definitely a hang spot. If you get it, and it's in the same spot that it was last ball. You got to, like I watched Craig Pagers threw 2 shots back to back, and one ball hit lane 11, board 11 at about 40 feet, and it stayed at 11 at 60 feet. And the next shot hit board 11 at 40 feet, and it went through the beak. Oh, wow. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And it's very speed sensitive. It's side
and the
roll,
fact that there's not a lot of volume.
Yeah. Oh, true.
It just changes constantly.
There is no transition. It's all transition.
Yeah. Which is why the scores were so low. It was definitely a grinder pattern.
A lot of people way inside. See, even Gabe Luchetta, he's trying to fight his comfort shot work because he's not going to move into 5th arrow very often.
Yeah.
And right now, that looks to be a shot.
If that's where the, quote, comfort shot is, it's not a comfort shot for any of the RA players.
No. Not other than Scott. That's about the only person I could see. Yes, Sagisi. Oh, and by the way, yes, Paul Sagisi he was the person who tied CJ Anderson for 2nd and 3rd place. And in this
roll-off,
the format we're using, this 8, the 2nd seed gets a bye into the top 4. We talked about that. So the 2nd seed will come in after and bowl with the 3 winners of this squad. Of this match play session. He'll bowl the lowest seed left, and the 2 middle seeds will bowl in that top 4, leaving the number 1 seed, which is Scott Miller. He's going to be sitting out until the final.
Guaranteed 2nd place
money. What is our money today? We got some good stuff.
$1,949 will go to our champion. 2nd place, $1,024. 3rd, $612. And the 2 gentlemen that tie for 4th will each receive $356.
All right, cool.
And next week, because of the entry so high this week, next week 1st place is almost $2,500.
Sounds fun.
All right, there's a nice little mixer for strike for Gabe.
And I want to give a shout out to Mr. Nolan Carruthers. Unfortunately, he tore his bicep. He's not able to bowl for, the doctor says, probably about 2 months. He's getting conflicting reports. Friends say 3 weeks, and other people say 3 months. But
if he's smart, he'll
just rest it. Take your time. But I want to give him a shout out for helping out. Last week I bowled the state tournament, and he took my spot.
Oh, cool.
Announcing with you last week. And I like the little picture that Scott took of like the whole scene. Did you see the picture on Facebook?
No,
You're not on Facebook?
No.
He had a picture, one of the cameras took a still picture that was like out where the scorers are, and it took a whole picture of the screen, him and the cameras and you and Nola. I'm like, yeah, now that I'm not here, you can take a picture. Nice.
I'm surprised you actually found out about that.
Yeah, can't hide anything from me on Facebook. Sorry.
Good point. Yeah.
All right, there's CJ Anderson on going Brooklyn light. Leaves a 10 pin. He just had a 9 whiff.
Both bowlers open in a second.
Yeah, they're both. He's giving 4 pins to Greg.
Right.
Michael is giving 7 pins to Gabe, and Scott is giving 15 to Tony. Tony's a real consistent player.
Yes.
He's going to spare you to death. And
he is your
a double.
grinder.
Yeah, he's going to be. That's why he's right in this semifinal right now. What's Scott's in with a? He must have had a big first 2 games because he had a double in the 10th for 180 the third game.
Yeah,
I thought he was struggling.
I think he won.
Surprised to see
he was
him
either first or second high after game 1. Yeah,
because I didn't see that one, and I was
250 or 260.
Mike's stuck or something on that one.
And
all right, smash 9.
Yeah.
Hey, some days when you're bowling bad, you'll take that as a smash.
Yeah.
That feels like a smash 9.
Hey, it's your game. You call it however you want. Yeah.
Exactly. They don't ask how, just how many. Good shot back.
Ooh, he left a Popovich.
Wow, did that take off on the back end? I thought that was going to sit nice. The dreaded,
Thank God. Well, at least he's on
4 count.
Yeah, but at least he's on an open, so it's
see,
it could be worse.
Open or strike. You don't want that on a spare.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yep, CJ's been dealing with all kinds of paparazzi today.
Oh yeah.
I've had to take a couple selfies, people, and I was telling you, I'll tell the viewers here now. I was telling him when the tie game went down, they were sitting before the practice. I was down talking to CJ and Paul. And, good try for Greg, but there was a little backroom discussion on how the match was going to go, and Paul was saying, "Hey, dude, if you could sign a jersey for me or something, I will throw the match. I will give you second place." And I told him, I said, "I don't think Nick would look fondly on that." Yep. He said he'd throw 12 gutters. I said, "You'd have to make it look good." And CJ was all about, "Hey, let me call somebody. I'll get your jersey."
And here's the cool part: I'd have taken the jersey, thrown him out, and I'm the winner.
You get the side jersey. Paul Segisi gets eliminated and disqualified.
And CJ advances.
And CJ makes the finals.
There you go. That's how it works.
Go Broncos.
Yeah, that's right. Meanwhile, Gabe Luchetta left the dreaded 5 pin, so hands are up.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Let's see.
Unfortunately, he's also a spare shooter.
Yeah.
Although, wait a minute, I don't drink anymore.
Hey, substitute works.
Oh, I can give you my.
Well, we get a lottery ticket.
Okay. I'll take a lottery ticket. And then I'll win $50,000 and buy everybody around.
There you go.
Miss it.
Yes. Be like Caddyshack.
He got it. No.
Miss.
What a classic movie.
I love it. Seen it probably 50 times. I'll see it again.
There was somebody on Facebook today said, replace any one word in a movie title with the word bacon. And we were coming up with so many.
I don't even want to go there.
The Devil Wears Bacon.
Oh, God.
How to Lose Your Bacon in 50 Dates.
Wow.
But I did put in a Bacon Shack.
Bacon Shack. Uh-oh.
Oh, that was out the door.
Yeah.
Leaving the pocket 1-5. Bacon Wars.
Wow. Davies went open.
Yeah, open.
And CJ opens.
CJ's a little nervous.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's played in the Super Bowl, and in the playoffs at least. He played in the Super Bowl that year. But it's like this is a totally different kind of pressure.
He didn't get in the Super Bowl. He's only been here 2 years.
Wasn't he back up? We were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
He's only been here 2 years.
We were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Well, maybe you're right.
We lost to Seattle 2 years ago.
Oh no, we got crushed. There's a difference.
It was that snap at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it was
the very
first play. It was over.
Like, okay, might as well turn off the TV.
Yeah.
I had a whole shrine. I took pictures of it. All my Bronco stuff was displayed in the living room and the dining room, and I won't do that anymore. Oh,
oops.
Tony Reed. Wow. I did not expect to see that out of Mr. Ricci.
Nope.
It looked like it fell off his hand a little.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we weren't filming the tie game because Mr. C.J. Anderson picked up the 410, and it looked like he just... It was like, well, I know it.
Do that all the time. Yeah.
That's like, running a 30-yard touchdown. There's one. The over-under 7.5.
You won't make it.
He's holding the clipboard in a very violent manner. Oh, look at that. Scott's eating.
There's a shock.
Scott
Nice
Sledger
ball
is
for
eating.
Scott. All right, here we go.
He's been throwing the ball really well. I think Scott's got a good shot out here.
The only thing keeping Scott from really dominating this week, unfortunately, he is coming back off of injury.
Oh, what?
He's not 100%.
I didn't hear what he.
Well, I don't know if it's back issues or whatever, but he's happy. He's starting the bowl without a lot of pain right now. He's getting back, but to say he's 100%, no.
He looks good. I mean, it doesn't look like
he's not 100%.
I always was able to seem to come back quickly from any type of time off because of my fundamentals type game. I don't really. Oh, smash 7 for Scott. Great ball. Wow. Greg Davies with another 3-9-7-9. We're struggling over with CJ Greg back there. Right here,
that's anybody's ball game.
Gabe's got a slight lead over Mr. Vasquez, and he missed that.
Yep.
So he's going to fall back a little bit. Gabe's got about a 20-pin lead here. Scott's doing pretty well over there against Tony after that open. And it's anybody's game down on lane. If anybody can get a mark on 23 and 24.
Yeah, with the spare conversion, he now takes the lead over Tony, even with the handicap difference.
That double smash 7 kept him from a bigger lead. He's got 109 in the fifth to 31.
16 pins.
Yeah. He's flipped the handicap from down 15 to up 16.
Yeah.
There's Gabe. That's got to sit. He's putting the ball down the track. He's got to get inside the oil.
He's got to. Because the ball's reading immediately.
Yeah, it's getting 25, 30 feet down the lane, and it's going, hey, it's time to go.
Yes.
And Gabe's going, no, it's not.
The ball's going, yes, I am.
Yes, it is. You're not holding me anymore. You don't get to tell me what to do. Tony Ricci, 5 pin.
5. Oh, and CJ
Oh, my goodness, CJ with...
That is a back and forth as you can get right there.
CJ's got a 3-pin lead. 74 to 67 minus the 4-pin difference. And Gabe missed it. Oh my goodness. Tony Ricci.
I got a hand up.
Hand up.
My hand up.
Your hand was not up.
Yes, it was.
Oh, the smash head pin.
Smash head pin.
For CJ.
Smash
head pin. Hey, I missed one of those at Nationals.
Oh, God.
Tony Ricci with the spare. Solid, of course. And CJ, got to pick this one up. There we go. We got a mark over there on that pair. It's spares. I mean, there was a strike.
Nope.
Greg had a strike. Brooklyn, another 5 pin. Man, my arm's tired. My arm's tired. Oh, my goodness. You're going to owe a lot. I'm looking around here, man.
And, of course, don't forget about all the people that just logged on I'm in, too.
Yep, hands up online.
That's it. So at this point, even in a buck, he could be down $500,000.
Right now, with this crowd, we got a huge crowd. I think it might be to do with our VIP.
Could be, yeah.
Hardy, we'll leave this high pocket 4-pin Brooklyn.
Tony, all right.
Tony's got a light swisher there on 27. And to save himself $178, yes, Gabe mixed up. There were a good 30 people with their hands up back here.
Actually, Gabe should have did the old, hey,
where's my cut?
Yeah, come on.
See how confident it is. Everyone's a double.
Oh, my God. Look, Carter almost looks human.
Wow.
Clothes actually match.
So understated. Scott got out light. Another 5-pin. Holy cow.
Wow. All kinds of money today. Yes, got all kinds of opportunities.
If we didn't have such good spare shooters, we'd all be drunk.
Yeah, early. Yeah.
That's got to flip up,
That's
Mike.
pretty
That's
nice.
a good ball. It's still light swisher and 4. All right, so what we got here so far, through 7 frames, we've got CJ with a spare and 74 in the 6th, spare in the 7th, 76. So he's got a double-digit lead over Greg. Gabe versus Michael Vasquez right here on the middle pair. Got 103 in the 6th with a strike in the 7th for Michael. So we're looking at a pretty even match right here.
Gabe's up 10.
Yep. Gabe is up 10, yeah.
Yep.
And Scott's got a small lead, which Tony can dig into with a double in the 8th when he's
15. Yep. So it's still anybody's matches.
These are all close.
Yeah, they're all close.
This is what we're looking for, folks. Down to the wire. to the knit, to the grit.
And this pattern will do that.
Yeah, that's got to sit. Oh, my God.
High flush 7-9.
Oh, there are things that if I didn't have a camera on, I would be able to say.
Wow.
A microphone, I mean.
Wow.
Yikes.
That's just horrible.
That's
horrible.
Oh, one or the other. That's not right. Bowling is the most unfair sport in the world.
Yes.
Oh. Good shot by Scott.
Wow.
CJ got that one away out. 3 count to the right on
really
spare. Lost count.
There we go.
He just gave the lead back to Greg, I think, by 1. 2. That count gave it to him, the lead.
Well, yeah, but if he can make the mark here.
Oh, he's got, spares the mark.
Greg opened in the 8th.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's going to be 85 to 87 right now. Oh, no, wait a minute. He's frame behind. My bad.
Yep.
Okay. So he still does have a small lead. All right. Mike's got to bounce it. Nope. Tony Ricci looking for the double. Looking for the double to get back in his match. Get up. Oh, light bucket. And CJ only gets 6 of those for 96 in the 8th to 85. He's up 5 pins. He's up 9 by, 11. Okay, 7 pins. That's got to go, Brooklyn.
You will.
Oh, my God. My shoulder's hurting, Gabe.
Wow.
Is that his 3rd one this game?
I think, yeah.
3 5-pins in one game. You're special. CJ looking at a 10-pin over there. He's got to make this. Maybe a little pressure of a one-on-one match coming at him. You know, he's not used to this. Maybe we should call the Broncos and have the offensive lineman come down here and run down the lane and clear a path for him.
That we can do.
Oh! Shots! Shots!
Wow.
Oh, that's going to be expensive.
Wow.
Just sign over that check to Holiday Lanes. Pressure.
And he's still up 10.
And he's still up to pressure after. Yeah, but that was because of that horrible break for Vasquez. My goodness. I didn't even realize. Only lefty in the crowd.
Well, he is a converted. He actually throws with both hands.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He
has 2 averages.
Deuce bowler, right-handed, and he's gotten his average up into the
70s,
high 160s, left-handed. Hold on, Tony. There we go.
I thought it was going to maybe move a little on him. All right, let's see what Greg can do.
He goes by Greg.
Greg. He does go by Greg, but his shirt says Hardy.
Yeah, his actual name is Hardy Davies Jr., but we call him Greg.
Okay, so I had it backwards. That I thought it was Hardy or Greg, and we called him Hardy. 10-pin for Mike, but we're down to it, folks. 9th frame, foundation frame for Scott here on lane 28.
I don't think it's going to roll up enough.
He got 2. He's giving it back to CJ right now.
2. He's in trouble.
I think there should be an investigation if Hardy leaves here with, or if Greg leaves here with any signed Bronco gear.
We'll have to investigate.
We'll have to investigate. Yeah, there has to be an investigation. Wasn't. Okay, there's a 10th frame. See what he can do.
Glimmer of hope.
Marks or lack thereof over there. You never know what CJ's going to do in the 10th.
Yeah.
And Scott with an 8 count here is going to give him 168 with a spare. And he's up more than I thought.
Dude here.
So basically, Gabe needs a 164. Strikes in the 10th. Scratch, 164. Greg's just not getting a good reaction down the lane. He's getting a real hit and miss.
Unfortunately, the lefties really had struggled. A brutal look.
And you know what? The only advantage you have on these type of shots is like for right-handers to wear out a track so that they can create their own area. Not a lot of lefties out here. They're not able to really break that track down. Oh, man, out from the back. For the extra pay,
that
extra
could be
pin.
Significant.
Let's see, 112. He ends with a 112 scratch. My goodness, that's actually 6 pins wins it. CJ needs 6 pins, and that's going to win it for 208.
Now Roberts is going to advance.
Roberts is going to advance. Let's see, 86. Yep. He needs. He needed 6. He needs 6 pins. He needs. That changed things, folks. 2 low counts.
He's got to get
5 of these. Oh my God! Is there going to be a tie? God. We have a tie. We have a possible tie. 4 to tie.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, 4 is a tie. 4 is a tie.
That's just.
He needs 5 to win. 5 of these
sick.
7. 5 of these 7. There's okay.
Thank you.
CJ moves on.
Wow.
He is the low seed, right? No, he's high. He's third. Okay, he'll be bowling the highest seed left. Coming. Switch balls. That ball didn't hook up on us so much. I think that's a good call. All right, so Gabe looking to advance here with a good shot. Oh my God, a 379. What do we got here?
So CJ's advancing, Greg's out. Richie's out. This is the only one left.
52, 61. Michael advance. Michael advance unless he picks this up. He has to pick this up.
He's got to pick up the 379.
Yep. Which, for a right-hander, is easier. At least you get to go around the 3-pin.
True.
It's basically not that bad. If you can pick up the 3-7, it's not, it's going to get the 9, you'd figure. All right, so Scott Roberts will be moving on. CJ Anderson is moving on. Paul Sagisi will be joining us. And right now, this is the only shot left. Gabe to move on for a spare on a huge split. He got it wide. Is it going to?
No, it won't finish.
No, it didn't finish. Okay. So Michael Vasquez, even with that smash 7-9, it proceeds to advance on the open by Gabe Lachette in the 10th frame. 197 to 192. We had a 166 to 154. CJ over Greg. Scott Roberts and Tony Ricci. There's Scott shot 223, our high game for the semis right here. And he will be defeating Tony. So our bottom 3 that are moving out are going to get how much today?
150.
150, okay.
All right, we'll get our next set of matches set up here in just a moment, so we're going to take a short break.
We got Tony to finish.
Okay.
We'll finish up Tony's here game, then we will take a quick break for editing purposes. Hope you all have air conditioning where you are, folks. All right, so Tony did chop that there. So he's going to end up with a 160, which is a 183 handicap game to the 223. So there's our matches. Scott Roberts will be moving on. Mike Vasquez moving on. CJ Anderson moving on. Joining Paul Sagisi. We'll be back right around the bend for our action. All righty, folks, here we are back for our semifinal match. We've got Paul Sagisi bowling Mike Vasquez. We've got CJ Anderson taking on Scott Roberts. CJ and Scott are at a 30-pin difference. CJ will be getting 30 pins from Scott handicap. The other match, Paul and Mike Vasquez, is only separated by 2. Paul will be getting 2 pins from Mike. I think they're finally finishing up their practice on that right lane. I thought we were starting, but back a little early for what we made up for before. CJ shaking it out, getting all loose. All right, and there's Mr. Roberts. We are all here and set when you are. We're ready. We're filming.
Rocking and rolling. No, just have them start.
Yeah, just. All right, CJ is going to start on the left lane here on lane 25, and Paul will be starting on lane 27. These are the 2 guys that tied earlier.
You had to mention that, right?
Paul won, so that's why he got the 2nd seed. He jumped. He had a bye. These are your top. Well, these are your bottom 4 because the number 1 seed, Scott Miller, is still sitting out watching. As a ball for CJ goes through the beak, leaves the pesky 310 baby split. And our first look at Paul Sagisi, number 2 seed. He has a nice reaction. He's got that float going. He's inside far enough. We were talking about how. Oh shoot! Right here. Who bowled Mike Vasquez? Drawn a blank.
Gabe.
Lucetta. Yes, Lucetta. We got it. Well, it didn't keep score.
Oh, then
hold on. We're gonna need to get score correction here, folks.
Hold on.
Scott, hold up. We got to get scoring units up. So we've got CJ with an 8. I didn't even see if he spared it.
That's a free practice break.
He's not going to give it back.
Yo, when they blow the long coverage, practice called deep rock. What did you do? When you blow coverage,
there's the 8-1 for CJ. Okay, we got that up. And what did Paul got a strike on lane 27? That's right. You carried that 9-pin. That's right. And we got a strike for Paul. And an 8 count for Mike. All right, so Scott's going to be where we're getting set up here. He's getting the right lane situated. We're set on the left lane. We're going to take a look at Scott Roberts. High average left in the tournament. Only 8 pins handicap. He does have a good shot. I don't know which ball he pulled out. He switched balls. That's got to sit. Oh, he kicks the 9 out. That's sat pretty nicely. He might be using 2 balls on a different ball on each lane because he looked like he was throwing that blue ball in the left lane. All right, we are set. Mike also left a baby split, a 310, as CJ did first frame last game, or last frame. Is Mike going to get it? Touches them both. Nice spare by Mike there. I've said it before, and I'm sure I'll say it again. 310 is like a 710 for me. That's my that is my nemesis spare.
You will invent ways not to make it.
I do everything I can to not leave it. Let me tell you. I'd rather leave a 210 than a 310 any day. These are both mine. I went and got 2. Yeah.
So somebody stole mine.
Well, I haven't touched this one yet.
Okay, thank you.
We're talking about our waters.
Yeah, because it's only 115 in here.
You think they got the air conditioning working then?
I like that. That's good.
We're staying hydrated? Not really, because it's just sweating right out. It's just pouring right out when you take a sip. It's like death becomes her when all this stuff flows out. All right, CJ looking to get back on the mark train here.
Close.
That's a good ball.
Oh,
great shot. All right. Maybe that'll loosen him up a little bit. He struggled that last game, but he fortunately bowled Greg last game. Greg struggled.
Greg.
And I found out he hurt his. He had a bicep issue. Yeah. What's it with the biceps? I hurt mine. Nolan. Now Greg. All right, Mike's looking to go right at it. Don't hook past it. There we go. So back-to-back spares for Mike Vasquez. Paul looking for a double right here. So is CJ right here, lane 25. That's got to sit or go Brooklyn. Oh, Brooklyn 5-10. You know what? If he repeats that shot, he has a chance of making it because that was a light. That was a light 5 pin right there. Repeat what he just did.
Absolutely correct.
And Paul looking for our first double. Oh, he got a break. Got the 6 out.
Yeah, major break.
Good 8. Because it's way better than the 7 that was there.
Nobody knows that better than him.
Got a hook. Got a hook. Oh. Alrighty.
Oh, we're doing dueling cameras now.
Oh, we're never going to use 23 and 24 again. Okay, that's right. Yeah. All right, Sagisi for the 4-7 spare. Hooking right at it, no problem. So Sagisi has a 4-pin lead now. He's getting 2 and has a 2-pin lead. Scott Roberts looking for our first turkey.
I thought you were our first turkey.
I'm Yahtzee.
Okay, gotcha.
Good shot. Oh, he didn't like it.
I didn't like it, though. No, he's right. Oh! Really?
I don't know if that was as loud for you guys as it was in my ear, but my goodness, Nick.
I just can't believe he
Woo! That's kicking the 2-8 out.
And other things.
So, yeah. As I've said, the only good pin is a horizontal one.
Yes.
So a high pocket 4-pin for Sagisi. They're lined up. It looks like this group is, Scott moved over.
A little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, he didn't like 27-28, even though it was high game for the last set. He didn't like it. He looks like he's got a great shot on 25. Sagisi looks like he's coming in with a decent shot to the pocket. Vasquez is making the spares. We just got to get CJ on here, but he gets 30-pin advantage, so he's still in the match.
Yeah, Scott's just want to keep pouring it on here.
Yeah, he's going to have to.
Yes.
You want to keep pouring it on once you get that lead. He's in far enough.
Nice.
Yeah, he's in far enough. He's got that tug room.
Yeah, and he's the class of the 5 that are left, realistically. That doesn't mean he's going to win, but I mean, the most experienced.
There's high class, there's low class. I'm just saying.
That opens up so many doors.
That's got to sit. Okay, leaves a 6-10. He's got to go at it. He's going to need it with Scott being lined up. Mr. Vasquez looking nice ball, nice little light shot. Oh, leaves a 4-8. That is way more difficult than it looks.
Yeah, because
on this shot, you hook into that. Try to chop it. Remember? Here we go. Here's your lesson, folks. Try to chop it.
And the same one here.
Oh, that one grabbed.
He's just going to miss it completely.
I wonder if he has a spare ball. He's using his strike balls on that, and he would definitely take advantage with all that roll that he has, that heavy roll. Yeah. He really would benefit from a plastic ball. Looks like Mike tried to chop it. He made it. Whoa, that's out the door.
Rolled out.
Oh, my goodness. The 2, 4, 5, 7, 10.
Wow, you don't say that every day.
Not as difficult as you think.
All
you got to do is hit the left side of the 2-pin. You're going to throw stuff to the right.
Yep.
It'll get over and then get
actually,
that 10-pin.
It's a pretty makeable.
It's actually, it is pretty makeable. If you hit anywhere to the left side of the 2-pin, you're going to get that pin shooting off to the right. Yeah, the 2 or the 5 will take it. That's got a chance. Touch it. Oh. If he did just touch that 2-pin.
Yep.
All right, struggling a little bit here again, but he's in the top 5, man, for his first tournament. This is his first one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Not many people come in and make the top 5 of the first tournament they bowl.
Well, in 28 years, we have had 6 bowlers win their first tournament.
Really?
Think about how many thousands of tournaments.
One every 4 years. A rookie win. That's. Looking for Yahtzee. Oh, smash 7.
Wow. Hello. Oh. That was painful. Even Patterson woke up when he saw that.
I need my cough button.
Sorry to see that.
I'm turning red. Deliver. Swallowed wrong.
Drew will be with us shortly once he recovers.
Oh, that could take a long time. All right. There we go.
He's back.
I think I'm back.
Yes.
Wow.
That is not a good feeling when you do that.
With water down the wrong pipe.
Yep.
All right, Sagisi throws out the door, leaves a washout. 6 count on a spare is not good. 55, they are tied. He only has a 2-pin lead now.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey.
Plus, he has to spare this to keep that lead. Scott is in control down here on lane 25 and 26.
Nice shot.
And that was right on, man.
money.
He destroyed the 10-pin with that head pin. That was a great shot.
Wow. So he maintains a 2-pin lead.
Yep, that was to keep his lead. Scott needs a strike here.
Yeah.
He's got tug room on that lane.
Yeah, he's got the world on that lane.
This is the TV pair. He's tough to beat.
Yeah, you gotta. The odds just went to like 5-2.
I was gonna say 4-5. American Pharaoh odds.
Really?
It's gotta. Yeah, that wasn't gonna sit.
And I was inside all the way.
Mm-hmm. There we go. That's a good shot. Great ball for CJ. There, he's back on it. Let's see if, anything could happen in this weird sport. If he, starts striking here, Scott has a good shot, but we saw smash 7-9s. We've seen 7-10s. You never know. You never know. Not till it's mathematically eliminated.
Or as Yogi Berra used to say, it ain't over till it's over. Are we being overly redundant again? Repeated redundancy? Speaking of repeated redundancy, another 5-10.
Gabe Lucetta with his 5 pins, CJ with the 5-10s. What's going on?
Really live.
There's Mr. Scott Miller, yes, our leader.
Good. Say hi to Riley Miller for me.
Hold on. Here's Scott Miller, our leader. He has something to say.
Hi, Riley. This is your dad. It's great Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. All right, great spare by CJ.
Well, CJ comes back, does make that 5-10.
I was looking the other way, figures. Nice shot, CJ. All right, so let's give it a big shout out there to everybody. Happy Father's Day. It's a big day today for all the dads out there. All right, Mike Vasquez lane.
I do have some perks.
Looking for the double. Take the lead. Oh no! Okay, got it. Break. Got the 7 out.
Yep. Very, very fortunate. And of course, tie match.
Yeah. Is it?
Where's Ross Kelly? He's over there. If he starts moving over here, I want like 8 or 9 people that are listening, that are in the building, just tackle him and don't let him get it near me.
Smack him.
Yep. Oh, just what a great look he's got right now.
Wow.
Great look.
Yeah, the odds have just gone to 8 to 9.
8 to 9.
No, I guess it would be like 1 to 9. This was more.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. 1 to 9. I was thinking just both numbers going up. No, that doesn't affect it at all. You can tell I'm a big gambler.
Which means for every $100 that you would wager, you'd win 10 cents.
$10.
No, with Scott, it's going to be 10 cents.
Yeah. He's 1 to 1,000.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are at Holiday Lanes in Lakewood on Father's Day, basking in the incredible heat.
All right. Scott's, and now he's just making it look stupid. Now he's just making Pete was going, come get me.
Yeah, come get me. Wow.
Sagisi and Vasquez
they're in a
are
dogfight. Yeah, they're in a dogfight.
Yeah.
2-pin difference right now.
That's another good ball.
Hold. All right.
He's got the right lane down. He's just got to get that left lane down. It looked like that last shot came off a little early, didn't extend through the shot.
Boy, that thing when I go left.
Yeah.
Heartbeat.
And you can see, folks, he's working with one of our best bowlers in Colorado, Steve Batavitic, good friend of mine, and everybody actually who's probably watching. Great guy, and he's been helping out CJ, he said, for about 4 months now. He does have an issue. That's why he bowls off the wrong foot, the supposed wrong foot. But I'll tell you one thing. He rolls it nice. He's got a nice forward roll. You can tell Steve Batavitic worked with him. But that forward roll, nice lever. He's trying to get him some leverage.
He's trying to maximize what he can do.
Yeah, exactly. And he's doing a great job. You've seen a couple struggling games from him, but you should have seen him earlier in the qualifying semifinals. He was bowling really well. Or he wouldn't be in the top 8.
Right.
You know, that's a little struggle there. I don't know. Maybe it's a conditioning thing. Maybe we got to get to Peyton and tell him to get on the conditioning route. You know?
You go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Well, he won't see this till later. So.
Yeah, we're safe. Yeah, one way or the other, we're safe.
Great shot by Paul there.
Yep.
Looking to put some pressure on the Vasquez.
This match over here looks like the first one it can double, pretty much.
Didn't somebody have a double earlier?
I think so.
But that was to catch up.
To make it even closer.
Yeah. The next double takes the early lead. Takes the late lead, I should say.
Meanwhile, Scott is just on cruise control.
That's out the door.
Yeah.
If that one carries.
And he still got a break.
If that one carries, we could just stop right now.
Had 2-4-8-10 written all over it.
And he still kicked it out.
And he kicked out the 10.
Well, that's what happens when you're feeling fluid and feeling good. Vasquez looking to strike. Oh, through the beak, leaves only a 10-pin. Got the 3
Fortunate.
out.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a fortunate one. So 114 in the 6 to 112 in the 6. It is a tie ball game. Imagine that.
I'm shocked.
Ross Kilham. That's going to be his name now. I'm the Ross Kilham. That's got to sit. Okay. It looked like it was hooking a little earlier than I thought it was going to.
Yep, wanted to.
But he knows his stuff. He's been around. He's been around the block. That doesn't sound that good. Vasquez right on a 10. You know what? Those 10...
Because of the OB out there, the 10s are easy.
There's OB on there. Well, but if you get it right at all, leak it off your hand, then you're in trouble. Yeah. That's what it's. So you might hesitate, and then you're tugging it. And so there's a lot going on the 10-pin on this shot right now. That's a great shot. Yep. He's just got tug room to heck.
Wow.
He's going to shoot 250 with a double here in the 10th. Scratch.
Yeah.
Well, he only gets 8, so. So CJ is going to finish in the top 4 today, or top 5, tied for 4th. Your 2 non-advancers. Vasquez with a 4-7.
$356 for his first time.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
I think his contract's worth a little bit more than that.
Yeah, just a
Just a
skosh.
tad.
Yeah.
Skosh. Oh my gosh, you are the East Coast, aren't you? I haven't heard skosh since I've been in Colorado, I think. Just a skosh. Do you say catty corner or kitty corner?
Neither.
It's something when it's diagonally. Is that it's kitty corner or catty corner?
Catty corner.
Catty. See your catty corner. All right. He's got a chance. Oh wow. Oh, that wasn't the plastic ball. My bad.
And that 2-pin difference, that hurts.
That counts horror. You can't give any pin away on that match.
Especially with Paul being on a strike.
Yeah. Paul can take a decent lead going in late with a strike here. That first double you said late. 246 for Scott. Scratch gives him a 254. He will be advancing on to our final 3 bowlers. You're going to see the 2 winners of these matches bowl each other for the right to... Oh!
That's insane.
Wow.
That was insane.
Wow. That one's a little wide. Come in light, leaves the half a bucket, or half a loaf.
You know what? But I'm impressed with him.
I am too. You know, when I found out he was here, I was really excited to meet him and watch him bowl, and he's impressed me. And Paul gets a turkey. That's going to give him a huge lead going late in the game. All right, so CJ finished a little disappointingly for himself, I'm sure. He had a great tournament leading up to these last 2 games, and he made it. He's top 5. Good bowling, CJ.
Good job.
Congratulations. Good tournament. Top 5 first tournament. Not bad. And Vasquez looks like he's going to be out. He'd need something big for Paul to do in the 10th to give it to him. So Scott will be staying here right on lanes 25. He'll be taking on the winner of the Vasquez-Sagisi match, which is going to be done in just a few moments here. We're going to finish that up. Mike needs to spare this and double in the 10th to have any chance. And he'll still need help from Paul. Not the kind of help that Paul wants to give him. Oh, and he's chopped it. Wow. So 147, 177. Yes, the match is over. It will be Sagisi versus Roberts here on lanes 25 and 26 in the middle of your screen. Or I guess to the left of the screen. Oh, it's the only one. Right now you've got Vasquez. Sorry, we don't have the triple. It's just pointed out to me. I don't know what's going on, folks. I'm just...
It's the heat.
Every time I open my mouth, it's just a guess.
It's calculated, though.
Hypothesis.
Ooh.
Oh. Mike kind of out of gas there. Ran out of gas, 8th, 9th, 10th frame. Got back-to-back-to-back opens, unfortunately, for Mike. But not bad. 356, you said?
Yep.
For both the
CJ and Mike.
Non-advancers. We don't like that L word here at the ABT because nobody makes a TV show as an L word.
No, absolutely correct.
Now, you can't see us and we're doing it like on our heads. All right, so Mike, it's a 154.
156.
So 183 handicap game. Sagisi without bowling in the 10th frame is already 201. So that went from a real close match to 70 pins in 3. That's a bowling.
You noticed the minute I threw Ross Kelly into the men's room?
Yeah, because that was going to be a tie.
Right.
That had a chance to be a tie. And now Sagisi
So
leaves a fast
I actually saved us.
I think we should just lock him in the bathroom.
I'm up for it.
Okay. Garcon?
Or at least barricade the door. I don't know. We don't have
Ross
locks.
Kelly's a barricade himself. I don't know. He reminds me of that character, in the X-Men that runs through walls. What are the Juggernaut? Just get up. All right. So Mike's going to fill it out for a 210.
210, 239.
239 handicap score. That's a high. Well, no, Scott. What am I thinking? Scott had a 254 here. Well, we got these two big scores coming here. If Paul has the same shot,
and he's going to have a 21 pin advantage.
He's gonna push Scott to bowl.
Yep.
Unfortunately, CJ didn't push Scott too much. Scott was at his own incentive. Great ball by Paul. Oh, wow, that one dug. So he's going to shoot 205, 234 handicap to 183. So Paul Sagisi will be moving on to bowl Scott Roberts. They're going to get a couple shots practice here, and we're going to take a quick break for editing purposes. We're going to be back right around the bend. All righty, folks, here we are at the ABT Holiday Lanes in Lakewood, Colorado. Our number 2 seed, Paul Segisi, taking on our number, which seed is Scott? 6. So Scott's coming up through the field. And the winner of this match will be taking on Scott Miller, our tournament leader. That's that's that tug room that Scott has.
And so they both got it. So
now they're inside each other's target.
Yeah, now we'll see what happens.
Now you're getting 2 bowlers that are going to be beating this pattern down. So we're going to see what happens at the end of this, and then Scott Miller is going to come in and be like, "Okay, I'm going to dump it right here for where I want it." He doesn't rev it.
No, absolutely not.
He's going to have that just sit it down and let it roll. That's got to sit.
Oh, okay. Why not?
Shake her off. Okay. Shake it off.
That's his mulligan.
You know what? I don't want that mulligan. I'll keep that one.
And once again, no scores.
Oh, we got 2 strikes. We got to get some. Hold up, Scott. Scoring. Even Nick can remember strike, even though he hasn't thrown a double in years. I got to fill time, folks. So I might as well make fun of our tournament director. Well, it was a pleasure having our VIP in the crowd, Steve Badavinick, and his friend C.J. Anderson. Oh, I get hugs from Steve Badavinick. All right, thanks, buddy. Have a great one. Be good. Stay cool. All right, back to the match. This is his inside lane. He likes it. That's a good even that ball took off. Looks like he grabbed a little bit of both of those, a little bit more. But that lane was his hold lane. And it did not hold, but he just did. And shot, yeah. It's you. Crucial. And a little plastic ball, goes straight, no problem. All right, so now Segisi looking to take the early lead. He's got the early lead because he gets 21 pins, folks.
Right. And he wants to jump on this as fast as he can because you've seen Scott bowl that prior match.
If you can make this 21 into 31 right away and 41 with a double, you might need every pin. That's got to sit.
No. Will it?
That's got to sit, and it went light.
When he let it go, I said, that ball's going left.
I thought it was left off his hand.
And he was light. Oh, my God.
Okay.
We're confused.
Imagine how they feel.
Yes.
If they roll it and think it's going high and it goes light.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a bucket on this pattern.
I don't know if he felt that was going high, but off his hand, both you and I thought it was high. Because that's the hooking lane. If any lane hooks, it's lane 26. All right, this is very difficult right now. Bucket. He's going to hook at it. It's got to be careful. Yep. That's 5 pin.
Right through.
All right. So you don't know whether that's one of those tricky spares on a tricky shot like this. Do you go straight at it, but then you lose angle for the back pin, for the 5 pin, or do you hook into it and chop the 5 or the 8 pin? I should say the back pin is the 8 pin, or do you hook at it and have that opportunity to?
So he went from possibly going up 41
to
now being down, or he's still up. But
he's up by single digits.
8 or 9 pins.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's got to sit forever. Okay, there's not that much tugger. You got to give it a little bit of room to the right. But 3-6-10, just want to touch all the pins, or the 3-6.
Yep, take the ball, hit every pin with the ball.
Yep, that's
your safe play.
If you touch the pin, it will not fall over. The ball weighs a heck of a lot more. Very, very few times do you see a ball hit a pin and so lightly that it doesn't knock it over. Plastic ball should go straight. No problem.
Nice job.
There it is.
Nice job. Very nice.
All right, so let's see. Scott had his spare there. Let's see if he can jump to the lead here. It'd be pretty good bonus for Scott to get the lead early after giving up 21 handicap.
got to go take Nick's money. I'll be right back.
That's when you say, wait a minute, you tried qualifying 3 times. I made money on you.
Exactly. Sit. Oh, yes.
Kicks out the 7 late.
Well, he got the 7 out, which he hasn't been able to do lately.
I have a feeling that sometimes Scott could average 262 and be like, oh, God, that was horrible.
Popovich.
Popovich, yeah, true. Of course, Popovich could be averaging 292 and be like, man, I didn't carry that one shot. Back in the 4th game. Ball return. We've had a tie. We've had issues with scoring. Now we got a ball return. I will be home before dark.
There's a good chance of that for you.
It's quarter after 7.
I got no shot.
No, yeah. You got packing up and figure cashing all those.
Doing. Oh, by the way, did
cool.
you
I
know
gotta check
we just went over $15 million in total payout 2 weeks ago?
Wow. Yeah. In 28 years?
Yep.
I need to have been bowling for the last 28 years here.
Actually, it's 33 years, but...
What? Oh, there's the ball. We got it. It's coming, Scott. So Scott got that swishing strike.
When I took it over, they had paid out $1.5 million.
And then La Sorsa came on.
28 years later, we're up to $15 million. That's cool.
Yeah. It's all right. I mean, you know.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad for weekend bowling.
At this pace, we should be hitting the billions in.
Yeah, if you and I are both reincarnated
2020,
like 12 times.
2020,
Yeah,
we'll be
right.
hitting billions.
Wouldn't that be nice?
You'd lose me as an announcer because I bowl every
That's
week.
right. You would be bowling every week.
That's a good. The ball.
Good break.
That lane's moved
Starting
on him.
to blow
That's
up.
moved on him.
Yep.
He tore it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And now Paul's in there.
Again, remember, there's not a lot of volume.
And that's what I'm saying. The trend we mentioned earlier. The whole thing is transition. It's going to transition every frame from here on out. He was in the position where he had a nice flood and nobody was using it. He was the only one changing it, so it didn't.
Now all of a sudden, Paul jumped in and went,
yeah.
Hey, I like that. Let me get in there. Don't.
Okay. That was.
He listened to you.
He tried to chop it. That's why he made it.
Yep.
Actually, no, he's pretty good. If he tried to chop it, it's a 50-50 chop. I'm talking about the people that struggle with those chopping spares. Your higher average bowlers, I don't try to chop it anymore. I did for a while. And I was so good, I chopped it a lot. All right, Sagisi looking to come back after an open spare. Work on a spare. It's got to flip up.
Light again.
A little light.
Wow. 2-4-5-7.
He looks a little
confuzzed.
Kerfuffled.
Yes, that too.
I haven't used kerfuffled in a while. CJ's got the bug. He's going to bowl the sweeper. He's going to stick around and bowl the sweeper later.
Are you going to stick around and bowl the sweeper?
Yeah.
You are completely out of your mind. That's right.
We need to get him a microphone. That's gotta sit. Oh my goodness!
Chopped
He
it
did
the other
again,
way.
The other way.
Yeah.
Ay. Oh, here we go. Hey, we're going to get C.J. Anderson, our guest announcer.
So what do you think?
Our VIP. He's not in just yet. Give us. Got a check there?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
We're good. We're good.
Okay,
All
we're good.
right. That's a good ball.
Nice shot.
That one was a great
That's
shot.
a good shot.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. I mean, I can't get mad at top 5.
No.
Not at all.
My first ABT tournament, and I just got to learn. I mean, I think at this point when you're in the final 8 or final 5, I just think you have to learn how the lanes are playing when they're completely broke down and completely dry, and what ball to use, and I struggled on that. So
we've just been discussing that this was an extreme transitional tournament. There's a lot of tournaments where you have more volume where you're not going to have to move like you did this tournament. This tournament, they broke down.
I just felt like I kept moving, but I can't get the big hook that Scott just threw right there.
Yeah.
I felt like I couldn't get that the way I bowled. So
you've got a lot of forward roll. He's got that side tilt, which gets him. He can get the ball down the lane and get it to react on the back ends and take advantage of that down the lane hook. Where you're getting the ball, you get a little earlier roll. The ball hooks and sets for you, which isn't the advantageous shot right now.
Although earlier today.
Oh, that's what you crushed him earlier.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I was watching earlier. You had a great shot.
That forward roll was excellent.
Yeah.
I felt like the only way I can get the roll that Scott's getting right now, or Paul, is going back to my 2-finger bowling. But I haven't done that in some years. So.
That's what he's doing. He's got a
he has his 2-finger going. He has it rolling.
That's a good ball.
Good shot.
Oh, it still came in a little high. He's been trying to find it ever since that first game when he had it great. The last 2 shots have gone through the beak on him, and he's moved in a little bit more. He's just trying to bump it left until he can get it.
He's got to go.
And luckily for him, Paul's not doing anything to force him yet. He's making his spares. He's keeping his 20-some pin lead. Looking to try to break out because he's got the right lane down. He's going to just
this one figured out,
which is ironic because last game his better lane was the left lane. Yeah.
Again, this pattern just constantly makes you move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it makes you move tremendously, and I got to learn that. So
yeah,
it's not physically draining, but by the time you're done mentally,
you got a great coach there, and Mr. Badavinik.
Yeah, Steve is just a great guy. He's been helping me. I mean, everybody had a Arapahoe Bowl though. Yeah. Tyson and Don.
Yep.
Brett Cooper. So, I mean, everybody up there at Arapahoe Bowl has been taking my game to the next level. So.
That's cool.
Cool.
We want to wish you the best of luck this season.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a fun season.
Injury-free.
That's the plan.
And just rock and roll.
That's all I can do.
Yeah,
cup blocking. I like the new cup blocking scheme.
Oh, yeah, the zone scheme is going to be fantastic.
Scheme is awesome.
It's going to be fantastic. And it has a lot of history
in
the league of being successful. Ooh, message.
Get it. Oh, didn't get the messenger.
But
especially the Broncos,
Yeah, it has a lot of history
We've lived on the zone blocking since Shanahan days. And who was our offensive coordinator?
Gary Kubiak.
When we got him back, I was like, yes. I mean, Fox was good. I'm not but Kubiak is a Broncos staple.
And it's definitely a Super Bowl bust. So.
Oh, we're doing it. We got to do it.
We have to do it. We have to win it all. I mean,
we got some. Indianapolis, New England, the
teams got better. Teams have got better. We understand that.
They're going to be tough, but so are we. And we finally get New England at home. What's all that about? 20 years we've been playing in Foxborough.
Are we going to get him? Are we going to get him after the suspension's over?
Oh yeah, we don't get him until CJ should be laughing on air.
No, you know what? Because CJ's going to get his brother. He's going to go, dude, go over there and make sure them damn balls are filled.
But that's actually going to be a fun game. Since my rookie year, I've been flying to New England.
Exactly.
And it's always been super, super cold.
Oh, yeah.
And I just remember the playoff game when Tebow was there.
That was such a sad game to watch.
But they still flew up to New England. So
true.
I think they're starting practice on the sweeper now.
They always say in the betting terms that home field's worth 3 points. I'm like,
as an average.
Depends on the home field.
Depends on the home field.
Sure.
Because
I think the last couple of years, Seattle's was worth about 10.
Yeah.
We make a joke. If you go to New England, you're already down 7. Somehow, some way, you're already down 7.
And then the refs walk on the field, and it's 14.
CJ, again, congratulations. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much. Good meeting you, sir.
Thank you.
Uh-oh, ball came off his hand early.
Yeah.
That might have been.
All right, good luck in the sweeper, bud.
Yep.
All right, so Paul's got that 9 whiff in the 7th. Basically, Scott's looking like
pretty good.
It's an open road if he can just.
Right now he's doing the old Dutch 200, which I'm not a big fan of.
I can't stand him. I think I've had one in my life. I've either ruined it with an open or a double.
The 2 that I've had were both in scratch legs. Thank you. Yeah, that's going to get you.
Hey,
thanks.
If that was in 1972 scratch league, that's an awesome game back then.
No.
If it's 2012, Dutch 200, you're 30 pins behind everybody. That's a good ball.
Set. Nice.
There it is. Now
again.
he's got 26 down. He was light the last two, so he's made a little adjustment. I think he was a little firmer through that release. Did you notice?
That was very.
Yeah,
that was money off his.
That was one of his top shots of the day.
Yeah. Now here he knows right now. This is key.
This, if he gets
Eighth
this
frame
one,
has got
it's
a double.
kind of putting it out. Because he's got lane 26. He's coming back for a turkey if he gets this one. If he moves, I think he's probably just bumped it in a parallel, 1-1, maybe a 2-1.
I was saying there was
or a 1
two
and 2.
minimum.
Yeah,
2 minimum was
well, for a 4-pin. He only left a 4-pin.
wow.
And 2 minimum might be in the gutter. Put it down. That's got to sit.
That could have been worse.
Still high.
Could have been worse though.
Yeah, it might be. I can see, okay, 10th frame is going to be on the left lane. If he's got the match in hand, I can so see a new ball coming out on the left lane. He'll throw 2 balls next game. You watch. If the 10th frame, you might see a fill ball or the first ball. Might even be a check on a new equipment.
And if he does happen to get through this, his last opponent, he's got to give
Miller.
him 35.
Nice. Ouch. And plastic ball, of course.
Winner. Okay. He's up 18.
So he's, let's see, what's Scott's pace? Oh, yeah, 200.
Thanks.
So Scott's pace is 200. Paul can strike out for 191.
Yep.
But 21, yeah.
And a 21 pin advantage on top of it.
Yeah. So, I mean, Paul's not out of it. If he gets lined up and strikes, he's got to throw at least a turkey of these 3 or 4 bagger out of the next 5 shots. Somewhere
If you don't do it here, then he's got to sheet it from the ninth.
Exactly. That's a good ball. Oh, Lordy.
7?
Wow. Smash 7. Wow. Just has not been his breaks. I mean, he missed the last spare, and that's an unacceptable thing.
But at this point, the game is still in his court.
It's still possible.
If he spare sheets, then Scott must double to beat him.
That's true. If he spare sheets with his handicap, Scott will need to shoot a 210, and he's only got a 208 at this pace. So this match is not over.
Very, very tight match.
Not over. If Scott had struck in the 8th frame, coming back to lane 26, it's all about lane 26 right now for Scott.
Him. Yeah.
Well, I guess it would be 25 for the 10th frame, but it all depends on what Paul does here. He needs the next 3 and then a huge count.
He has to have this one.
Yep.
He has to have
9, 10, and 11 are required. Light swisher! Wobble, wobble! Lordy. He's gotten some bad breaks.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 9 counts in a row. He did miss one. But any one of those could have carried, and give him a little bit of a push.
The best he can do now is 170 stretch. 199.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have figured Scott after last game, if he would have been coming in and shooting a Dutch, he would have been it wouldn't have worked for him. Right. He would have needed more than that.
Yes.
I expected, and Paul did throw a decent game. He had a little weird reaction on 26 early, leaving those light shots and the chops. I mean, the chops that have missed 9 count.
Again, the one single pin spare.
A single pin and that's it. Folks, I don't know if I've stressed this to you. Practice your spares. Practice your spares.
Because on these conditions, it is a spare game.
Yeah, that's the grinders. When you get shots like this, your house shots, you can go 9 whiff when you throw a 7 bagger every game.
Yeah.
Here, you're going to throw 7. Uh-oh. That doesn't change anything, does it? 64, 194, 180. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's huge now.
It's a game.
It's a game again. And get 2.
You got to get 2.
You
can't give any pins away now because, Paul has the lead without a spare. How did that happen?
Unbelievable.
What? He's taking his 2.
All right.
That's going to give him 166 in the 9th. Paul has 140 in the 9th. 26 pins. It's a 20. He's got a no. Paul's not. If he's got double 6 count in the 10th.
Yeah, basically,
We'll shut it out.
He's got a match with Scott.
Yeah, basically. If Scott can shut him out. Am I correct? 196.
Yes. You can go 204, 199 with handicap.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So a double 6 count shuts him out. But anything less than that, Paul's got it. A chance.
Gives himself a chance.
And looking back at the last 4 frames, he's been nailing the pocket. Maybe this is the kind of thing that happens where he gets his breaks right when he needs it.
Yep.
Great ball.
See how much he moved?
He jumped. He
jumped
had
in.
to.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he threw the beak, 4-pin, 9-pin. Those were his 4 shots in a row. He was getting closer and closer and closer. And
that
finally,
was
all he needs is one more and some count. Uh-oh, look where the golf ball ended up. We're watching the U.S.
Lumberyard.
Open. That's the kid that's tied with Spieth, that new kid, young guy. Grace, Brendan Grace.
Yeah, Grace.
Not a good thing to do on the 16th hole of the U.S. Open. Down the cart path against a fence. And here is the shot of the tournament so far. He got it a little wide. No. Okay, Paul has a shot.
194 with handicap. 70,
170, 199.
So still forces Paul to double.
He's got it. Yeah, he definitely has to double. Wow. This went from we were thinking Scott was going to use a fill ball to Paul having a chance. And what's the difference between second and third prize fund?
Oh, it's huge. Third place today pays $612,
and
second place is $1,024.
So we're looking at this is a $400 frame right here, $400+ frame. All right, 10th frame. Paul Segisi needs a double to move on to bowl our tournament leader, Scott Miller. That's a good ball. Oh, just
10. Unbelievable.
He did what he had to do.
Yes.
It comes down to the 9 whiff. Yeah. It comes down to that 7th frame. It was so crucial. It's a shame. He's hurrying up. He's just wants to get out of here.
Makes it.
Right. Oh, it's a shame. All right, so Scott Roberts will be moving on to bowl Scott Miller. I bet Scott wins. Right, Scott?
We're being overrun by Scots.
Yeah, no doubt.
This will carry. No,
would this be a Scottage industry? It's like that Flow commercial.
No.
Bumblebee, or whatever. It was worth it. $1 in the jar. All right, folks. So Scott Roberts does take out Paul Segisi. Paul finishes second, gets a third, gets a pretty good check. Scott Roberts will be taking on Scott Miller. Scott Miller is going to come down here, throw a couple balls on each lane for some practice when we get the scoring units to go up this time first. We will be back for our final match here at the ABT Tournament, Holiday Lanes, Lakewood, Colorado. We'll be back right around the bend. You're on. Robert. Championship. Cheer. Ankle. There, you notice. A little early.
Going for his first ABT title, Scott Roberts, that is, and Scott's out of Centennial, right down the street from Arapahoe Bowl.
I mean, they're not newbies, but compared to the championships that we've had, Pagers with 20 versus Stepniak with teens.
17, yeah.
This is 1-0? We got newbies.
Scott is fairly regular member. Scott Roberts, of course, battling some injury bugs.
Great spare for Miller there.
He's been wanting to get to a point where he feels comfortable, where he can bowl every week, and he's made a point to really try to do that. Which
well, almost winning almost $2,000 could really make you feel better.
Yeah, it will.
And if you look at the scores, we've got Rober versus Millie.
Wow, did you have to do that? I mean, the day's been crazy to start with. You're going to make it crazy.
We could make it like classy, and it's Robert versus Millet.
Millet. Yeah, two French bowlers. Okay.
French are known for their bowlers.
Oh, really?
You get it? The bowlers?
God.
The hats?
Yeah. Go on there.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow.
So Roberts comes out with that shot.
Well, basically kicking out the 4, 6, 7, 10.
10 or down. That's all that matters.
Yep.
Oh. This U.S. Open course is ridiculous. Just see what happened. Oh, my goodness.
Well, and here's the crazy part about that.
Oh, Spieth has taken a 3-shot lead. Grace has fell to 5th. He must. Oh, my Lord.
Wow.
He had a triple bogey or a double bogey on that up against the
fence on that golf cart. Yeah.
That's got to get up. Looks like he has switched balls, which is getting him a little more length, so he can get in a little bit and open it up and still recover. That ball recovered pretty well.
And unfortunately, the pin that has been Mr. Roberts' nemesis this weekend, although he's bowled well, it's the second. He's left a bunch of.
I would rather shoot a 10-pin than a 7-pin. Right now, I'd rather not shoot at any pins. But
good point. Yeah.
But the 7-pin, you have to cross your body, and it's a little bit more difficult. He's going straighter at it, so he takes that away. I'm one of those cross-lane bowlers, which is going to soon change because I'm starting to think about going up the boards like a lot of the bowlers are now. It's just I got to adjust. My game is not what it used to be. So crossing my body was always the biggest issue. Coming right, I just fall off the right like George Brooks. You pick up a 10-pin when you fall into it. All right, second look at Scott Miller. He tugged the first one. Let's see if he got out of that one much cleaner. Right at the pocket. Oh, the 10-pin. He was in the way. I thought it was a strike.
It was
that was pretty
a GC 10-pin.
I was just like, I thought that was a strike the way it looked like it was heading to the pocket.
Neither one of these guys are going to take a lot of time. They're going to get up.
This will be a quick match.
Yeah, it will be.
And he's right at it.
Yep. Good shot.
Yeah, if he keeps on target, keeps his trajectory, that first shot was just tugged left. If he throws that ball right there, he's going to push Scott pretty hard. And who was I talking to early in the qualifying? Daryl. I was like, how you doing? He was struggling. And I saw something. And then all of a sudden, he's going to got a 6-10 there. Should be a fairly basic spare. But he's like, yeah, I was out earlier, but it's gone. I can't. He was outside.
He was playing
the twig. Yeah. And now everybody had to jump inside. Scott doesn't rev the ball. He doesn't have to move in. Even like Gabe Luchetta was playing the track area, he doesn't worry about a track area because he's playing it pretty much straight, just nice, easy roll. Ball's not gonna grab on him. If he misses, it's gonna be because he misses.
Yes.
Not because the ball does anything unexpected, like Paul was going light or Scott was going to the
basically, what we're looking at is two bowlers that know their limitations, so to speak, and they're going to maximize what they do best.
Yeah.
And so Scott Miller is going to Just roll the ball up,
point it up,
make a spare, and Scott's got to get lined up on both lanes. Scott Roberts has to get lined up on both lanes because of the handicap difference. He's got to throw a couple doubles here to beat him.
I have a feeling with this ball change, Scott's going to be whacking him.
Yep, very good.
Nothing. I mean, Miller's spare, which is basically what you got to do. Getting 35 pins, you spare out. You're going to force a guy to shoot 230.
Right.
So if he can mark every frame, he'll push him. But I like this new ball. This ball reaction, this switching.
And again, Scott is the
experienced
the
bowler.
most experienced bowler that we had in the top 8.
Yeah.
And you're going to start to see this here. He's not afraid to move. He's not afraid to change equipment. He knows what he's got to do.
And he's been in he's won scratch tournaments. He's been in this format so many times. This matchless single game winner take all type format right here. That's a great shot. Oh, maybe he did get under it a little bit, but. And now that's the dry lane. I thought that was the oil lane earlier. I don't know. 26 is pretty dry because he can really whip it out. Brutal.
Just brutal.
And not physically, but the mental what it takes to stay with every shot mentally when you're trying to figure out, well, what happened last frame? What's going to happen this frame? How you've got to watch the other bowlers on your pairs to what equipment they're using, their cover stock, how much they're going to be taking up the lane, where they're hooking the ball on the lane. So many variables and factors that come into figuring out what the ball's going to do on a shot like this.
And if you notice,
in my evil days,
is given Scott Miller, confidence. He's congratulating him on spares because you know what? We came back to what you've said all along. He can't do anything about his game.
There's no defense in bowling.
No, there is no defense.
But that's got to go Brooklyn. Touches it light and he gets it.
And he gets a break.
Way better than that 10-pin. That was a way better shot.
I was going to say that's for my daughter running, but that was ugly.
Yeah. The result was for you, Riley.
Yes.
Scott's saying hi to Riley, his daughter.
Scott Roberts has only taken 3 pins off of that lead, so he's still down 32.
And this game isn't 40 frames long.
No, and he could take the lead to 42.
That's got to go Brooklyn also. High flush, Brooklyn. So that one was for you, Riley. That was better looking. All right, so that double's going to put a lot of pressure on Scott here to get something going.
Yeah, Scott's got to start stringing. Or Mr. Miller has to start opening and giving him some chances here.
Roberts needs to strike or Miller needs to help him.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
That's the advantage of these handicap tournaments. When when you're a scratch bowler and you're on, nobody's going to beat you with a handicap. Nobody should. No. But when a handicap bowler is making the spare and he's getting 2 Brooklyns, guess what? That's what it's about. Oh!
Yeah, it was low pocket.
Great reaction, though. I love that boy. The ball's flipping at the back ends. He just came in behind the head pin a little bit, they call that. Sends a 6-pin whack, but wrapped around the 10 there.
And actually, in qualifying, Scott Roberts' problem was not striking. He had a ton of them. He could make a spare.
It was spares.
But the cut was so low that even with those misses,
it didn't affect him.
It didn't affect him overall.
He's been on his spares since
he's been
on
throwing
TV.
the ball great.
On TV, But he's halfway through this match and still down the original, if not more. So he's down 40 now.
Yep.
With half the game to go. Right now, he was trying to figure, I wanted to take out 20 of those 35 pins I was giving away. And what's happened is they've added to his deficit. So he's got more to do in the second half of this game. And it's all going to be what Miller does back at him. Oh, he went back to the blue ball. I didn't
like that move.
I wasn't, nor do I. I mean, it's his, obviously, choice and his decision. But that other ball had such great reaction because it was getting down the lane. You saw that ball grab the lane at 40 feet. And when you're grabbing the lane at 40 feet at the 20 board, it's not going to be a good result.
Well, I think Roberts knows that this ball that he's now putting away.
Yeah,
probably.
He tried one more.
It hit so hard. He felt that if he could get deep enough, and the ball would just absolutely just crush.
He was thinking of the result at the pins
Yes.
versus what he had to get, how to get there.
Right.
And he tried to get the result more than the reaction. It's Emily Eckhoff, our Collegiate Women's Individual Series bowling champion. Mwah! How you doing? Say hi to the crowd.
Hi, everyone.
She works here at Holiday Lane. She's down cleaning up after these messy bowlers. We're so messy. All right, so Scott got his spare. He's got 97 in the fifth. And we're looking at 1 teens if he strikes here in the fifth for Scott Miller. That's got to roll up. A little light, but a 9's good.
Fortunate. Yes.
A 9's real good right now.
He's going to be up 44. 44 with a spare conversion and only
4 frames to go.
Yeah.
And he got it.
Yep.
Direct at it. Right now, Miller's going, I'll take 9 spare for the rest of this game. That would force Roberts to strike every shot because he's got to gain a mark every frame.
Yes.
On the man, 40 pins and 40 frames.
Yeah, he's got to shade it at this point, or hope for some opens
or get some help. Yeah. I mean, but the way Scott's, if he just makes his covers his spare, it's got to go Brooklyn. Got a light flush pocket.
It's worked for him.
Who's our Brooklyn King?
Mr. Stepniak.
Oh, that's right. Brookniak.
Brookniak. I got to remember that one.
Or Brooklynac.
No,
Brookniak. Brookniak.
Yeah, that was perfect. Buddy.
Brookniak. There you go.
Joe Brookniak.
Brookniak.
Going to change his name.
Get him his next ABT win.
Get him a shirt.
Joe Brookniak. All right, so Roberts needs to get something going. It's amazing to say he needs to start. Yeah.
It's do or die.
Great ball. Sit. It grabbed early. Oh no. That could be death.
Yeah, you're looking at 123 in the seventh.
Yeah.
Best he can do is 213 and 221. Miller's got 179 in his pocket with 3 frames to go.
Yeah, we're looking at Scott won. Told you Scott would win. Didn't I?
He won and produced the show.
Yeah.
Did everything.
Scott is the jack of all trades right here.
Absolutely.
Scott's producing the show. Scott won. Scott lost.
Scott finished first and second, and he produced it.
And in 3 frames, we're Scott free to get home. Hey. The Progressive commercial, I'm telling you, $1 in the jar.
You picked him, right?
$1 in the jar. No, I forced my way onto the show. Scott Sledgester had nothing to do with me showing up. I just showed up one day.
He just showed up and said, give me the mic, I'm going.
I had a tie and a sweater on, and then I was like, oh, okay. It's informal. All right. Let's see if Scott can finish out, do something.
Come on.
I mean, we saw back-to-back opens by Vasquez.
Yeah.
It could have happened.
Well,
but
the other ball, he went deep and it just hooked. So he said, okay, let me go back to this ball, but I'll give it some room, and it's light.
And that one, it's that length. He stayed in that oil, plus the length of that ball made it go past the hook spot a little bit. He maybe open it up a little bit, get it in the dry earlier, to racked earlier on that lane without that early roll. It's this, like you said, like we've said, it's just been such a struggle to figure out frame by frame what this is going to do. And the Scott knows his equipment real well. And the bowlers that know their equipment real well can make that, okay, I know this is going to hook here versus that ball. I know this is going to go that much longer. I know it's going to hook this much more. I know that. But on this lane, you don't know where the oil is right now, so it might not read.
It might not read calculated true. Guess.
That's another Brooklyn. Oh, the 5.6.
5.6.
So 133. He can only shoot 193. He can shoot 201. We're talking about Scott Roberts, 201 handicap. So we need a 159 for a 202. 159 scratch. Game's over.
It's
he needs 6, 7 pins and two frames. I was just say, watch him spare it just for the. All right, so he's got one.
Right.
Yeah, he needs a 159.
154
He needs 6 pins in the next 2 frames, folks.
Yeah. He's already at 197 with.
But like I said earlier, it is never over until it's mathematically impossible to not do it. So once we see 6 pins go down, then it will be over.
It will be over at that point.
I was going to say, I've seen stranger things happen. I'm like, no,
not that
6
strange.
pins and 2 frames, no. That's. There's your winner right there. That's with a strike. Flush.
Yep.
There
That was
we
the
go.
best shot.
Oh,
Best
it gave him a
volley
gutter, so it's not over. It did. It gave him a gutter. Did you? You need 6 pins. You just got a gutter. That is. All right. Well, there's our champion, Scott Miller. Well, you know what? Leader won. It's kind of like Scott Roberts came through the field, but he got to Scott Miller, and there was no stopping Scott right now. He's going to shoot a big game. And Scott's bowled great throughout this whole semifinals to get here. Just got to the point where the reaction was a little extreme, and just those little tweaks here and there were not tweaking. They were twerking.
No, you're right. Those little moves that you figure, okay,
that were working
that's a one,
earlier.
Just, it just didn't happen.
It just became a puddle of soup in there.
Oh.
And when he got a great reaction, he was yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, fine.
All right, so Scott Miller's taking home $1,949. $1,949, good year.
Scott Roberts, 1,024. That's his best money win with me to date.
That's awesome. So Scott Miller got his 2nd title.
Yes.
And Roberts with the cover. 10th frame here, Holiday Lanes at the ABT tournament, Lakewood, Colorado, with Nick Lasorza on ColoradoSports.TV. I'm glad you joined us today. It's been a fun tournament.
Really has.
It's a lot
turnout.
of action, there were a lot of people there earlier. I think CJ Anderson was a lot of that.
Sure.
But thank you again. CJ's down there bowling. I'll take a look on the way out, see how he's doing. Over the gutter capping just a tad, and now,
of course,
practice is over. Scott Roberts is ready to bowl.
When we get into the old FBAC, Phil Ball.
Always carries. F back. You yell that out loud at a tournament, Nick will be on you. F back.
That ain't gonna happen.
We always did the moan back. Of course, that was short oil days when you threw it to the right.
Yeah.
Went, moan back.
Moan back.
Moan back.
And it did.
Every time.
Of course. He's going, yeah, really? And what, he's going, yeah, okay.
Oh, I see Steve Roskelley's nowhere to be found.
There's Kelso's lurking in the back.
Kelso doesn't count. When Kelso can start hitting the ball someday, he'll impress me.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
What? 32 revs? Woo! Over the gutter capping.
Boom.
Wow! Wow! It moved that much in there. Was that a 5 and 5 or a 5 and 4? He went 5 and 5 left to crush it. Oh, you look at the $1,000 check and you think, okay, that's not bad, but you're like, oh, but I was just there. That's all I had to do. Of course, there's no. Look at Scott Miller's game at him. He shot a big game at him. He goes a little at left, leaves a 5 count. It's going to be trouble in the 10th here. But as we stated, match was over already with that strike in the night. All right, nice ball, Scott. All right. And we're looking for the spare off the wall. No, but he's going to end up with a 80? What do we got here? 83, 82. 182, 225 handicap to 192, 200 even for Scott Roberts. So Scott Millet beats Scott Rober. Miller beats Roberts here on the Sledgester channel. All right, folks, that's going to do it for the ABT. We're going to have a little interview with our champion, Scott Miller. He's going to take my place. I'm going to leave it over to Nick here. Maybe photobomb me as usual on the way out. And we'll have that interview with you in just a couple minutes, right around the bend.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorsa here at the Amateur Bowlers Store at Denver Branch. I'm with my newest champion, Scott Miller, out of Conifer, Colorado. We're here at Holiday Lanes in Lakewood. Scott, brutal pattern. Brutal.
Yeah, it was. But once I found it, I bowled the first squad at noon, and I was going, what the heck's going on here? And then all of a sudden I nailed it. I went, oh, there it is. And I haven't been off of it since.
That's cool.
And
well, no tough pattern, easy pattern. You still have to execute.
yes.
And you got a couple breaks, obviously, and you had a pretty good handicap advantage. But of course, Scott's one of the top bowlers in Denver, so obviously you're going to get the handicap.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but we were looking at our scores. We were right there together all the way through. I mean, I didn't care about the handicap. I was looking at the scores, and and that's what I'm after is the scores itself. And
the longer you can do that, the more pressure you put on him, and he's in a must-strike situation.
Yeah, he was in a must. And then I know those high crank balls are going to go through the head. And, I mean, yes, I missed my mark a couple of times, but, I mean, those high-speed screw balls, I mean, that's why I got away from it, and I'm throwing a flat ball now.
Oh. Well, and that type of ball for you.
I don't care about
game.
Yeah, you kill somebody with a spare game.
And you did. And a good job, man. $1,949, your second title. Both of them here at your home house.
Oh, this is my house. Nobody's going to get away with it now. I mean, this is my house.
And you feel comfortable. You got good people. You got great.
Are you kidding? This is awesome. Why we're all here.
Yeah.
I mean, I come down here Friday nights to bowl the sweepers. I come here to bowl their 9-pin notes. I mean, this is the greatest house. They got great food, great drinks, and the owner is a bowler.
Of course.
So look at it. I mean, you can tell by the condition of the lanes and everything else. And he's got the guru in back.
Of course.
Because he came and fixed a lane.
Yeah. Mr. Kelso.
Yeah, Mr.
Our
Kelso.
boy. Yep.
So.
No, it's always fun to come here and look at the entries we had. It was hot, and yeah, it was brutal outside, brutally hot. But you know what? It's holiday.
Oh,
and people are going to go. We're at holiday. I'm going.
Yeah, they don't care.
No,
because they know it's holiday, and that's why I like coming here because they know it's holiday. They're not going to get gypped on anything at all.
No, they're going to take care of the bowler.
Oh, yeah. That's all they're after is the bowlers. They're not like Brunswick where you say, just give me your money and run.
Well, speaking of getting money and run.
Yeah, give me.
And I am happy to do that for you.
Yeah.
2 checks totaling $1,949, buddy. Great job.
Yes.
Really.
Yes. This is my second one here, and I feel good. I mean, and the ball come through to me.
And it's cool that your daughter's watching.
That's what I mean.
Watching.
And Jacob says, oh, yeah. And everybody's calling me right, now because they all know what's going on. And I just love it. My daughter sees, I went out there to see her last year, and we bowled with her. She said, this is what we do. This is what Jacob and I do for fun. She goes, you're kidding me. I go, no, this is it.
That's great.
I mean, it's just, I just love it. I mean, I really tried hard today, too.
Well, of course.
Yeah. And I know my hand feels it. It's going to be a club. It's going to be a club tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I see you next week.
Oh, Brunswick, probably on a Sunday. I don't know my schedule well yet, but
we got to watch by your schedule.
Yeah.
But if so, it's going to be almost 2,500. Not bad.
Yeah. I just hope the lanes are coming back.
Dreads in the back trying to get cool.
Oh yeah, she's not in the interview, but she's just back there getting cool. No,
all right.
It's great.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Thanks for staying late and watching us and see all this great stuff. But tough pattern, but as you can tell, somebody's got to win. Somebody finds a way to win, and it was Scott Miller's day today.
Yeah.
So on behalf of Scott, myself, Drew Highland, Scott Sludgester, thanks for watching ABT.
Riley and Chris, love you both. This is all for Riley.
All right. So on behalf of all of us here at Holiday and the ABT, we're going to see you next week at AMF Bellevue in Inglewood. Scott,
yes,
good job as always. And thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
All right, everybody, take care.